It's commonplace today to hear people talking about mobility training. But what is mobility training? More importantly, why does it matter? In today's video, I'm going to answer both of those questions and give you a good understanding of what you can do to get the most out of your mobility training. Hi guys, welcome back to Stout Sport Performance. I'm Austin Stout, and in today's video, I'm going to explain to you exactly why mobility training matters. But before we talk about why it matters, we got to talk about what it really is and what we're trying to do with our mobility training. Is it a bunch of random stretching and flexibility work? No. What we're really trying to do with mobility training is improve our ability to move, improve our capacity for high quality movement. And if we want to improve our capacity for high quality movement, what we really have to do is improve our ability to get in good positions. In fact, the way I want you to think about movement from now on is simply moving from one position into another position. So just think about transitioning from two different positions. We want those positions to be high quality positions, because if we can get into high quality positions, we can then move with high quality. So mobility work is going to be the way in which we can improve our ability to get into high quality positions, or at least have the capacity for high quality positions within our movement. So to explain this concept, we're going to go through this circle here twice. Now, one of these would be a circle where we don't have any sort of quality mobility work included into the pattern, and we're going to see what type of outcomes come from that. And then we're going to insert mobility training into this circle to see how quality mobility training is going to positively impact our performance, our ability to move, and reduce our risk of injury. So let's start here. Let's say that we're trying to perform a squat and we have some sort of mobility restriction. For the sake of examples, a lot of times when people squat, they have an inability to externally rotate their hip. Now, because of that inability to externally rotate the hip, we end up having a positional restriction, and we'll say, for our example person, when we get into the bottom portion of the squat, we're unable to externally rotate our left hip, which causes us to shift to our left side as we get into the bottom of that squat. Now, because of that positional restriction, inability to get into a quality bottom portion of the squat, what we see is poor movement. We move from that bottom position, a poor bottom position, and we return to that starting position, but our movement is faulty because of that poor position, because of that positional restriction we have stemming from that mobility limitation. And because of this, we have a chance of experiencing more pain, our injury risk goes up, and we're certainly going to have reduced performance because of the poor mechanics that we have within that movement pattern, within that squatting pattern. So what we can do is we can insert, and we should insert, some mobility training here. And by doing this, if we get the mobility exercises right, we get the mobility training right, we should clear that mobility restriction. We shouldn't have a mobility restriction within that part of the body. And what we can see is we then have capacity for better positions. So it's not just about being able to clear that restriction. We then have to train our body to move well again and to adopt a better movement pattern. But that mobility restriction, by clearing that mobility restriction with quality mobility work, we give ourselves a window to be able to retrain the body to move well from position to position. Where if we don't clear that mobility restriction, it's not even an opportunity for us to change the way in which we're moving. So think about it like this. We've inserted that mobility training, we've cleared that restriction, we've created a capacity for better positions, and if we perform the right exercises now, we have a chance for higher quality movement because we have access to the positions we need for high quality movement. And what that means for us is if we can get that piece of it right and we can repeat that time after time, we're going to get better performance, less leaks of energy throughout the system, better mechanics, better movement quality, and we're also going to reduce our risk of injury and our chance of experiencing persistent pain throughout our movement. So that's why mobility training matters. It gives us the ability to relieve mobility restrictions that could be interfering with our ability to get into good positions, and then to be able to move from high quality positions to other high quality positions. Is it everything? No. But it's something that we need, especially if we're looking at faulty movement patterns. It's often the first step into returning to high quality movement. So thank you guys for watching. That's why mobility matters, and make sure that you subscribe for more.